NYC, and like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. It's Christmas Eve, y'all. As you can see, your boy's here looking festive. No, I'm not celebrating Festivus. I might. I'm thinking about it. That's when you start off the first time by airing out your grievances to the family. Yeah, you wind up fighting at some point too. If you guys know anything about Seinfeld, that's basically what I'm referring to. But yes, it's Christmas Eve. It's your boy Boogottinyc, and like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. What we getting into today, as you guys can see up on the board, what we got? We got Trick Daddy Gaetz. Uh-oh. Got that money. Gaetz making it rain. He be in the club like this. He be in the club like this. He be in the club like this. Is this why he chose not to accept the Trump nomination? The investigation results determine that he spent thousands on hookers. What? Trick Daddy Gaetz, he making it rain, boy. Also in news, we got suspect Luigi Mangione. He gets his day in court. How was it? Let's get into it, y'all. Let's go.
So we got a bombshell today during what is usually one of the quietest weeks in Washington all year. The House Ethics Committee released its final report on Matt Gaetz, the now former Republican congressman and breakout MAGA star who Trump wanted to be his attorney general. Now, it does cover some things we basically knew before. I mean, we knew from multiple reports that Gaetz had paid women for sex. We knew one of those women was alleged to have been underage. And we knew Gaetz ultimately did not face federal charges for his conduct. But the committee's findings in this 42-page report were still eye-popping and maybe a little too vivid in the level of detail at times. And they assert that Gaetz did likely break the law. Overall, they concluded that, quote, there was substantial evidence that Representative Gaetz violated House rules, state and federal laws, and other standards of conduct prohibiting prostitution, statutory rape, illicit drug use, acceptance of impermissible gifts, the provision of special favors and privileges, and obstruction of Congress. Whew, that's just part of the report. And the gritty details back up a whole lot of the reporting over the years about Gaetz's creepy conduct. It also says, quote, from 2017 to 2020, Gaetz made tens of thousands of dollars in payments to women that the committee determined were likely in connection with sexual activity and or drug use.
So that was my question, you guys. Do you think that's the reason why he backed out? I mean, it's common sense. I mean, wouldn't you? I'm not going to take on the AG's role as the, attorney general for the United States if I know that the Republicans and there's a major pushback even to my own side of the party. And then he's got the Democrats that's really not trying to let him in there. I never noticed or knew what information was there about Matt Gaetz, but I did promise you guys that whatever I found out, I would report on because it's fair and it's true reporting. So we have to report on what's going on. Let's keep it going.
In fact, according to the committee's investigators, he paid 12 women almost $100,000 during that time frame. Among those women was victim A minor who at the time of her encounter with Gaetz in 2017 had just completed her junior year of high school. Let that sit with you for just a second. In her testimony to the committee, she recalled receiving $400 in cash from Representative Gaetz, which she understood to be payment for sex. And while Gaetz has repeatedly denied engaging in sexual activity with a minor, the report also notes that he refused to answer specific questions relating to his interactions with victim A. In the end, the committee was not at all ambiguous about what happened. They ultimately found that Gaetz violated Florida's state law on statutory rape. The report also detailed the many troubling ways that Gaetz preyed on these women and pressured them into sex.
So why isn't he in jail is the question. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people out here that was, falsely convicted of crimes like this and basically had to do time. I know he's official, but this is crazy. And we know that people definitely had to know about it. I wonder what's going to be the outcome of something like this due to the fact that now everybody knows. He's retired, stepped down from the opportunity to be AG because he knew this was coming. Straight up, he had to. It's too much.
As the committee writes, he took advantage of the economic vulnerability of young women to lure them into sexual activity for which they received an average of a few $100s after each encounter. Also saying, quote, at least one woman felt that the use of drugs at the parties and events they attended may have impaired their ability to really know what was going on or fully consent. One woman said, quote, he would make me feel bad about not having sex with him. Another said their relationship changed over time and came to feel like a task. And another said, when I look back on certain moments, I feel violated.
So this is what I'm saying. Now, I'm not putting any sort of what's worse than the other, but we got a person like Diddy who's in jail right now for the same type of charges, same sort of stuff. There was like no fighting and no beating and nothing like that, definitely, that we know of when it comes to Matt Gaetz, but these are the same type of charges. But the difference is Diddy is in jail and he's been out and working and basically covering this whole thing up. Nobody would have known any of this stuff until this came out. And now that we know, what's going to happen?
So there is a lot of galling news in this report, a lot of disturbing details. But here's the thing. It really just confirms with more excruciating details what we've long suspected, given the abundance of reporting about Gaetz we've seen over the years, thanks to lots of great reporting. And yet through all of this over the last few years, all the reporting, all the details, Gaetz has only become more of a fixture in the MAGA world somehow. I mean, Donald Trump nominated him to be the top law enforcement official in the country. The right's most prominent billionaire kingmaker, Elon Musk, endorsed Gaetz for Attorney General as, quote, our hammer of justice.
Yeah, of course they did that, but they probably didn't know that he had all of this stuff going on. I don't think that Elon Musk or Trump would, endorse a person that they know has a record like this. So, I'm just not gonna let that play out right there because she's assuming and they're not there to defend themselves. Let's go.
Guys, this is crazy. Moneyline just partnered with the Beast Games to give away over $4 million. This is your chance.
The House.
So you get the bread, and then you put the corn and cheese on, then you put another piece of bread on, put it in the oven.
The House Ethics Committee has released its final report into Matt Gaetz, the former Florida congressman and President-elect Trump's first pick for Attorney General. The committee says it found evidence that Gaetz paid a 17-year-old girl for sex and violated multiple Florida state laws. The panel also found evidence he used cocaine and ecstasy on multiple occasions while serving as a member of Congress. CNN's Caitlin Polance has been digging through this report now that it's public. Caitlin, what do you find?
Phil, that section about Matt Gaetz and sex with the underage girl, that captures a lot of what the committee was looking into here. Just some of the facts that they were able to find, not only through documented evidence, but also interviews with more than half a dozen witnesses, including the victim, the girl or the woman who was 17 years old heading into her senior year of high school at the time. She told the committee with testimony that she had sex with Matt Gaetz, then a sitting member of Congress, twice during a party in July of 2017, including at least once in the presence of other party attendees. She recalled receiving $400 in cash from Matt Gaetz, which she understood to be payment for sex, and she had just completed her junior year of high school. The committee also looked at several other relationships that Gaetz had with women, not underage women, women who were adults at the time, but many of them told the committee that they did have an understanding that Gaetz was reimbursing them in some way for sex. So that led the committee to find that the congressman, while he was in Congress, was engaged in commercial sex, that would be prostitution, giving money to women, also statutory rape, that is the allegations related to the underage girl, and then also illicit drug use. The way the committee phrases it at the top of this report is that they determined there is substantial evidence that Representative Gaetz violated House rules and other standards of conduct prohibiting prostitution, statutory rape, illicit drug use, impermissible gifts, special favors or privileges, and obstruction of Congress.
Yeah, so he basically was getting high while he was in Congress, doing all these crazy parties and stuff like that, doing his thing, and using the funding that he gets from the position that he has in order to pay women. Also, I look at it like this: it's probably going to get chewed up for this, but it's the truth. Ever since the '80s, certain women, there's songs that say, "No scrubs." Sitting on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I'm talking about the monetary part. So it's really hard to determine that monetary part when on one hand, sometimes they say, oh, we're not dealing with nobody if you don't give us no money. And that's basically the law now, if you really look at it. And you could look at it in another manner where, it is what it is. He's paying for it right out. So I don't know. I'm just saying, because it's a real thin line between sometimes on reporting where people try to keep it one way to make it fit the story that they're trying to tell, and then they miss out on the other aspect of reality or what's really going on in life. Because I don't really know any woman that's going to deal with you without money anyway. That's one thing. As far as 17-year-old and statutory, that's proven, that's wrong, out of there. Then another thing I overheard was they saying that he was having sex in front of the crowd, the party goers. You don't think somebody probably got some video or content or something like that? That makes it a little suspect on his behalf. Like, are you crazy enough to do something like that in front of party goers? While that just doesn't really make sense, Gaetz. So I see why everybody is skeptical of you, and they're all looking into who you are. I am actually right there with them and understanding, and I'm happy that you didn't take the AG position, because it would have just been a bunch of junk coming out at this time anyway over the holidays. All right, y'all. Next story we're gonna get into is Luigi Mangione. He basically finally had his day in court. Stood in front of the judge, sat there, seemed as if his demeanor was well, paying attention to everything that was said. Had a couple of comments with his lawyer, told her to follow up about a few things. Let's check this out, see how that went. Luigi Mangione, the suspected murderer in the United Healthcare CEO case. Next up, let's go.
I wholesale, but not the way that the traditional way, not the way that most people do it. I wholesale commercial real estate, okay, not
Actively moving around, as you guys can see, dealing directly with the lawyer. He's even smiling at some points. You guys see that, right? He's signing off on all of the legal documents. Basically, everybody's just milling around the court. He's listening to his lawyer, telling him where to sign things at. Looks like just a regular man, like nothing, right? Like just chilling, talking, conversating. Sad part, I look at this as such a young man that's now gonna have to live, if convicted, the rest of his life in prison, or he's actually looking at the death penalty. So yeah, it's Luigi, y'all. It's how he looked in court the other day. I don't know what your take is on the crime that he committed or whatever, but this is him in court. It's how his face looked, his demeanor.
As we understand that we have primary jurisdiction, and we have been informed by the U.S. Attorney that they intend on allowing us to try our case first. So with respect to whatever goes on there, as the party with primary jurisdiction, the trial and the sentencing will take place here prior to anything that takes place in the federal system.
So what he's trying to say is the fact that he's in New York City now, the state takes over jurisdiction. So the state gets to try their case first, and then whatever happens in federal court will happen over there. If you guys notice, there's cameras inside of this courtroom. When he goes to federal court, they don't allow cameras because that's for the murder case. And I guess it's just different in federal court. But this is why I wanted to show you guys what what he looked like right now, because you will not be able to see him in federal court cases. You will probably only see like sketches and stuff like that.
So what you just said, the answer is it's fine if we take custody today.
That I'm not sure, because Your Honor signed a writ in which it says that we're going to return the defendant to federal custody. So I think that would be step two. I do think that logically, as the party with primary jurisdiction, the custody should be here, but I asked the court, in light of the court signing the writ, indicating that we would return him to federal custody.
Can you take one picture? Can you take this?
So what was going on was they was trying to, the judge had originally said that he wanted him to go back to federal court and stay over there. This DA says, no, we would like for him to stay in state court, as far as like in holding in state, and so that we can try him over here. Didn't work.
You work it out with him.
So as you can see, that was him. They was actually taking him to the federal court, back to where he was actually at, because I don't know why. I'm not gonna say because. I don't know why. All I can say is they're taking him back to federal court because of the fact that I guess the judge didn't want to let him stay in state court, or I don't know. But he's going back. Check it out. You're gonna probably see him doing a perp walk a few times back to where they're taking him to where he's being held at federal court right here. Just wanted you guys to see how many people. It was like 15 officers that was walking with him as he was leaving out of the courthouse. It's like, why do you need this many people to walk one person, into or out of the courtroom? That's kind of crazy. Yeah, but it was like, what did I count? 15, it was about 15 or 18 people that we counted that's walking with him right here. One person. He's got 15 people around him, state and federal. He's got handcuffs on around the waist, and he's got shackles on his legs. All these people, I mean, I counted. I had to freeze frame it a little bit just to really count them. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's 18 people there for one person. And this is actually part of his defense right here. They're saying that they're doing too much. They have too many officers around him. It already looks as if he's convicted. He's not going to be able to get a fair and impartial jury because of this. Also, with the mayor being there when he was actually taken in, they're saying that that was like too much for visual. It was just too much. So yeah, like I said, it was at least about 18 people that was walking him, just regular perp walk, y'all. Just walking them. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. How y'all doing today? Got 46 people in the building. Can I get to smash the like button? Smash the like button, please. Smash the likes, smash the likes. Can I get 10 of those at least? Yeah, look at Luigi, y'all. Like a regular kid, regular guy, right? I look at it more than one way. I look at it like, what he did was for what he believed in, but at the same amount of time, if he wanted to dedicate his life to something like that, he could have did it in a more positive way. Probably advocated for the health system or against the health system to try to help more people instead of just, what we call nowadays crashing out, because that's basically what he did. He crashed out. $18 people, 18 of them, just to walk one person. Crazy. Homeboy look like Shaq. Don't he look like Shaquille O'Neal? Is it or was it worth it, Luigi? All right, y'all. Also, did you guys hear about the lady who was set on fire? R.I.P. God bless the dead. And the immigrant who basically was the one who did it. This happened yesterday in Brooklyn as a lady was on the train. Somebody walked up to her and just basically set her on fire. She passed there at the scene.
That suspect in that horrific attack is a Guatemalan.
I want it, but I can't afford it. I mean, honestly, dude, if you can't spend $20 to make sure you have clean...
We are learning tonight that suspect in that horrific attack is a Guatemalan citizen who was in the U.S. illegally. Fox 5's Lisa Evers at the 60th Precinct in Coney Island, where he was just walked out by police. Lisa, I saw that video. A lot of people asked him why he did it, but he remained silent.
We still don't know the answer to that. This investigation is now in the very early stages, Bianca. Well, the suspect in this disturbing crime was charged with first-degree murder and the deadly torching of a woman subway rider here in Coney Island on Sunday morning. And he was actually behind bars now because of a 911 call that was made by 3 teenagers. 33-year-old Sebastian Zepeda was brought out from the 60th precinct in handcuffs after his arrest for the shocking death of a woman on a subway car here early Sunday morning. He's been charged with first
And again, everybody's trying to be, oh no, you so mean. Why are you talking about the migrants? Help them. It's not right. Everybody should be here free. They should do whatever they want. Meanwhile, we got people like this that's constantly committing crimes. So I don't understand what you guys want. Do you care about them more than you care about your own brothers and sisters and citizens here in the States legally? Because this continues to happen. And we have too many advocates for people like this.
second-degree murder plus first-degree arson. The NYPD circulated these images of him and 3 teenagers who recognized him, called 911 and alerted police. Investigators say Zepeda is an illegal migrant. He walked up to the woman and used his lighter to set her on fire, then watched while she burned and flames consumed her body. Police and NPA workers rushed to her aid and put out the fire, but it was too late. In a statement, a spokesperson for ICE says Zepeda came to the U.S. illegally in 2018 from Guatemala and was sent back, and at some point he returned again illegally to the United States. Now, a spokesperson for the Brooklyn DA told us just a short time ago that he's expected to be arraigned on these very serious charges sometime tonight or tomorrow. Now, if he's convicted, he's looking at multiple sentences of life behind bars with no parole, and there's also the possibility, because of his immigration status, of deportation. We're live in Coney Island. I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News. Bianca, back to you.
I don't see how that's going to help. A guy already committed a crime. They're talking about arresting him for life and what? Deportation after your life? What are you talking about? That's not a sentence. You know, if that's again why I couldn't be a judge or a jury, or this couldn't be ran by me. No. I'm going to say, how about we give him the same thing that he gave the lady? Y'all call it what y'all want. Call me what you want. Give him the same sentence that he gave the lady that's no longer here with us. Yes. And that means, baby, come on, light my fire. Yeah. And or MOP would say, fire! Get in your ass, nigga. Yeah, I would have lit him up, for real. Because it's just inhumane, it's disrespectful. Then he just stands there and looks at her. We got a dude that sets a lady on fire. She dies right there in front of him as he stands there and watches her. We have another one that drives drunk, runs into a car, banana wraps the car, 7-year-old is injured and dies in the car accident. He gets out and takes a cell phone photo of her, looks at her, gets back in his car, and drives off. So, I have no love for these guys. It sucks that we have to report news like this on Christmas Eve, but this is what's happening around our world. And I can't leave you guys on a jolly time right now because this is what's happening. But what we can do is pay attention and make sure that when we ride the train or when we go certain places that we're on point. But the sad part is this: once you're in the train car and that happens, you got to deal with that situation until you get to the next stop. Somebody on fire, I can't tell you how my heart grieves for this lady. The pain, the anguish, and what she must have endured and went through. So I apologize, y'all. I really don't have any cheerfulness in me to end this live right now, because thinking of that, it's just not right. It's not fair. I'll try to smile a little bit or whatever and everything, but I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you're taking care of your families and you're being very cautious out there what's going on. You know, don't even listen to nobody no more. Just be super cautious of yourself, your family. Stay secure. If you got to get protection, make sure that you get a permit for it. Yeah, get a permit for it, because now you can. And just want to tell everybody, you know, have a safe and healthy and happy Christmas, because there's a lot of nonsense going on out here right now. What we got going on in the comments? I'm going to rock with y'all for a little while since y'all popped up. Okay, I got to make sure I get them, because y'all be getting tight. Y'all be getting tight at me if I don't read them all. Here we go. Sup, bro? You gay for pay? Nah, I'm not. I'll help you out. I'm good. Man, stop that jibber jabber and do a goddamn whatever. Backflip? I can't do backflips, man. Cobra King, show your feet. Cobra King, are you crazy? Crime podcast. Salute. I like those earrings you got on. Good looking, bro. Really pretty. Bad Tree Productions. Merry Christmas, Bad Tree Productions. What we got? Cobra King. On a scale of 1 to 5, how stinky are your feet right now? Well, I just took a shower, so I'm going to say a 1. Cappy 94. I hope he say 6. What plantation did you escape from? Oh, that was low. Show feet. Like a vintage cheddar baby. Okay, show feet. Are you? I'm not doing that. No, they're not super ashy. I actually use, what do they call that stuff? Y'all don't see my arms? I use shea butter, buddy. Shining like a mug right now, bro. And I don't know if you noticed it, but your jokes ain't making it. But I'm gonna try to help you. I'm trying to help y'all with these what y'all call jokes. Yeah, they must be flaky AF. I know you need it. What else he got here? Show your feet. He even stood up and started fanning her. Wow, that's messed up. Enough of your yapping. Just like a woman. What else? Do a side flip. Prove it. And you see how I'm still reading your crap? I'll find you. Oh my God. Cobra King, get a life, man. Like I said, you see the moisture on my face, homeboy? Boy looking good over here. Yeah, I wear earrings because I feel like it. I'm a king. And I still look better than you and get more girls than you, homeboy, and make more money than you. And I work hard. I'm going to go outside right now. I'm going to grab a shovel and I'm going to start shoveling some snow and I'm going to get some snow dough. I do 400 push-ups a day, homeboy. 400. I have no excess body fat on me. I am 100% vegan. Yeah, and I'm disciplined and I love life and God. So all of your negative comments, guess what? I am rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. So yeah, let's go continue living life and being happy to do that. Like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Go on over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Get yourself some merch. Get yourself some purple. Holla at your boy. Happy Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys on Christmas Day. But until then, y'all know how we do it. You could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Get 'em! 1.